I'll tell you what, Twitch does this beautiful thing where you go live and then the viewer count halves and then goes right back up. Like it went from 30 to 12 right now. You guys heard my voice and then tipped immediately. Great call from Adam Ty on the PC, and Jackson Lambros getting set up here in the commentary box for console round number 7 here from ZANDVOORT. Beach Party continues in just a couple minutes. Stay with us. Happy hour practice underway here at Circuit ZANDVOORT for round number 7 of the IFWL Console Beginner Series here on the shores of the Netherlands. Lee Costello getting in his first green flag lap, excuse me. I say hello to everybody. What's up, Tweed? What's up, Christensen? Growling Ferret. I'd like to remind you that this is the 2019-2020 variant of the track, so repaved for the Formula One Grand Prix. Still an incredibly challenging circuit, incredibly bumpy. Things come at you insanely fast. Let's see if we can find a guy here for a lap. I know you're going to be fast. Let's do Fonz! Fonz, give us a lap. Oh, he's still in the middle sector. Whoops. A little quiet? I got my stuff cranked all the way up. I don't know. Let's see if we can do that on the mic end instead. There we go. Might be a little bit better. Sorry, Tweet. On board with Bonds on debut here for IFWL, as Tweed is mentioning in chat. So happy to have him on board with us. Mr. Biscuit in the M4 in his mirrors, one of the lone American drivers as we get set for a lap here at the home of the Dutch Grand Prix, if not just for a couple more years. Still plenty of banking and still a lot coming at you really, really fast. Watch that blend line going into turn 1 because that is sitting you right on the apex. Turn 1 here. Karzenbach gets you set up for a run here into 2 and 3. Run as much curbing as possible. Very tight arena-like section. This is the part that's got way more pavement now, but it's still a super slow hairpin there. Biscuit sailing off behind. Then on to turn 1. A lot of bumps here. Get as big of a chunk off by the cones here as possible. Then things happen fast here. Over Shoemaker box. Then turn 7. Fast right downhill. Went a little bit wide there, but again, it comes at you so fast. Into turn 7. One of the widest areas of track here for such a tight corner. Prefer a late apex. He's swinging it in late. Now the switchback part. Here's turn 10. Creep back on the power, run it out to those outside rumble strips. And our second little arena section here, Hans Ernst. Right chicane into a left hairpin. Those curbing is on the inside can mess you up big time. Final real corner is right here, turn 13. Good usage of the curbing. They're going to run a little bit wide there and go in the sand. But hug the inside. In downforce we trust. And we go back up to the top of the hill. And hopefully to the top of the timing board. Good enough for top 10, 141.5. See just there how much the curbing can affect cars here. Bond's basically two-wheeling it through there. Ansut 15 and McLaren currently fast. It's a McLaren 1-2 right now. Masselet in second. It's just 13 minutes to go here before we run them on track for real. Look at the sea of sand there behind the drivers. Wish I had free cam so I could zoom out, but if we had a blimp shot. Coastline is not incredibly far here. So it truly is a kind of beach party track. I wouldn't quite call it a Long Beach or a Monaco. But I think you will struggle to find a permanent facility this close to the shore. In the Dutch beach city of Zandvoort. Obviously, big Verstappen crowd. You can see some orange flags in the background waving. Ooh, yep, great example from Fonz there on that curbing. Outside ones, you're good to run. Inside ones, they will mess you up. Red Baron in the Ruby. M4 getting up into second now. I haven't seen good runnings from the BMWs quite so far this season. Red Baron been in the top 10 consistently. Could this be the day where that changes? Cars on track right now. Lone American in the 130, Mr. Biscuit, Michigan born. Chasing down Mr. Big Stuff, the lone Bentley who has sat on the podium numerous times this season. Bentley going to be an interesting car choice here. Monza made sense, had the straight line speed. Not too sure about here, just because, again, everything is coming at you so quick. The Porsche, I think, if you're Matt J, is going to be a perfect car for this. High-speed stability combined with a lot of low-speed kind of stop-go. Not a lot of weird braking zones. This right here, turn 9, maybe being the one exception. But in trail braking, we absolutely trust. You got it for this car. Minutes to go here in free practice. Round 7. Would like to remind you guys, special event coming up in just a couple weeks' time, May 24th, for any of the PC drivers in chat. The IFWL Charity for Life race event, 11 p.m. Pacific, is what SimGrid is telling me, and you guys can do the math there on your end. Helping the Benjamin Van Helt Sophia Children's Charity, supporting families facing unimaginable loss. And any donation during the race will be able to basically put us in the penalty box. So you can mess with us for doing a very, very great thing here. So again, that is going to be May 24th. Adam Ty will be on the call for that. Console version of that still TBD. But you will know as soon as I do. Car off further back there. I think Farms still trying to find his way here around ZANDVOORT. Master Mad J still looking for that sacred podium spot here in that Flamingo Ferrari. Big stuff up into second now. One of the few cars in game that's actually right-hand drive. So many of them are left-hand drive. This is true to its British origins. Keeps it on the right-hand side, which is great. But if you're, new to ACC, you've maybe been exclusively driving cars from the left-hand side of the cockpit, that could be new to you. Practicing pit entries here. I think a little bit of a clip there on that inside wall. You guys are watching stream and you're in the race. You've got 7.5 minutes. This is the perfect time to practice pit ins, pit outs. And don't act like you don't need to, because I'm running out of fingers for me to count the number of speeding on pit lane penalties we've given out. You got time. Go do it. Been able to say this. Very Aston Martin heavy crowd tonight. Bards, Fawns, Coconut, I believe, switched over from the Ferrari. Americo still fastest. Jimbo 32. I'm going to be a broken record here because it's just the tale of a lot of guys with a lot of potential and running into bad luck because beginner series is going to be beginner series. But Jimbo showing great pace at Monza, getting caught up in a couple of different incidents. So with 5 minutes left here in free practice, we're going to step away and leave you guys with the sights and sounds of GT3s at Zandvoort. Stay with us. Rookie coverage of the IFWL is brought to you by CD Keys, official game supplier of IFWL, by Fanatec and Moza, official hardware affiliates, and by Abruzius, official dealer affiliate of IFWL. Also a major thanks to G-Portal, new partner coming on this season, helping us keep the servers running smoothly. Red Baron, and that BMW's fastest here with a minute to go in free practice. Let's throw another thank you out there. Thank you to everybody who took 2 hours out of their Sunday to both drive and watch our first endurance race from the Nordschleife. By the way, console version of that coming up this Saturday, May 3rd. Same time, same place. Say hello to Josh Price in chat with just 30 seconds left here in free practice. Mandated roll call. Who we got in chat? Who you rooting for? Let me hear it. Let me read it. Coconut coming to the line. Improves time but not position. We're in the 40s. In the 30s now, excuse me. Fun's interestingly coming out of pit lane during the checkered flag. He's going to get, I think, boxed immediately here. Well, let's see. Wither in chat mentioning that we've got a Mercedes now with Captain Jane making the move over to the Merc. Great looking car, great sounding car. But here is its adversary. Here is its fastest on track right now. Red Baron in the M4. Gonna try to put one down out of the Delta right now, but he's capable of doing a 137. Two more Mercs, Bards, and Coconut coming to the line as well. Another car out there. I'm not going to try filtering towards it. And there it is. So, 10-minute qualifying session is green. And everybody immediately going for it. Oh my God, Captain Jane. Dear God. I'm at full connection, so I know as a God-given fact, I'm not the problem here. You guys are getting buttery smooth right now. 60 frames. 1080p, that's not important. But you guys are getting it. Out comes Red Baron. You saw the dive there on the suspension, the front end kind of go towards the ground as he's trying to lunge on the brakes, trying to get heat into those tires. I like the late exit there. I know the minute that the gate drops, everyone wants to get out and get clean air in front. You can wait around a little bit, especially if you've got faith in your guns. You can stick around in the back. And wait, if I showed you the full track map right now, I think it would be an absolute mosh pit up towards the front end of the field. Just a quick reminder before green flag laps here. For anyone new, that we would love to have you join us. We'd love to have you support us as well. All Patreon subs get a plethora of perks, including the Assetto Corsa Country Bash map, which is so much fun. Pit stop press access, access to the payout systems, exclusive merch raffles, and discounted merch, game giveaways, thanks to CD keys every 3 months, Patreon-only gadget giveaways, free unlimited tunes for all ACC cars, as well as liveries, ACC fuel calculators, and so much more. Again, if that feels like maybe something that's a little bit steep, Using code JacksonL gets you half off your first month of supporting us. Helps me get trackside. We go do this for real. Not racing, but geeking out about racing. So again, 50% off here. Your first month on Patreon. Using code JacksonL. JacksonL. A huge thanks to all of our patrons already supporting us. Red Baron on his first green flag lap. He's got Xander right now in front. That's not helping him too much. He's holding with him at pace right now, but I know he's going to want to get by as soon as possible. Try the overtake now is so much later on the binders, but gets into the marbles. Absolutely hurting the Delta. Ooh, big moment of oversteer there on the exit of 10. Now Morak's behind. Might want to get past him. Precious pieces of real estate here on track being contested. Baron backs out, lets Morax through. And he'll try it again here. Now he's got Genetics right on his bumper. This will be interesting. Goes to the inside. As we look around. Ooh! Uxie almost getting into Coconut there. As Biscuit goes off behind Fabled Oak. Sixth quickest, Americo. Continuing that happy hour pace. Fastest man on track right now, Mansup 15 in second. Jimbo, oh man, a second up. That might be a lap invalidated. It's gonna be close, we'll see as he comes to the line. Valid lap, but what could have been a top 5 position becomes a top 10. 9th overall for Jimbo. Red Baron, there's the Delta he was looking for. Through the chicane, tiptoeing back on the power. Just tapping that outside curbing here. Then through 13. Tiptoeing back on the power, running it as wide as possible here. Carrying all of that momentum back onto the back straightaway. We know this is fast, but how fast is it going to be? Coming to the line. Good enough for 10th provisionally. Further up ahead, Matt J improves into second now. Tanner, I think, just got a big lick there coming into the pit lane. Mariko still in front. As Captain Jane finally fixing the router now, trying to come out. And now a 5-car queue. Trying to get one more lap in. Matt J down to third. And Mariko second. Who is on pole? It's Mr. Big Stuff in the Bentley. Ooh, big slide there for Lee Costello. Gathers it back up, though, going into the hairpin. Just got into a big lazy slide there. Looks like a 4-wheel power slide there, but was able to collect it. Slim Shady going off. Savage in 5th, there we go. And now Mansup 15 taking that pole right back in the McLaren. Here is Big Stuff, he wants to improve. Oh my goodness. He says, I'll take that spot back from Bards. That Aston not helping at all. Totally threw him off his rhythm, and he's wide through turn 10. Now he's going to slow it down, give himself some space here before going full throttle once again. Here he goes. Here is Red Baron. Grouped further now, running in third. Tweed's got a really good point in chat. This is not a race. You can see all of the spots on our map here on the left side of our screen. That is just wide open, especially behind Red Baron. This is not hard. It just requires a little bit of etiquette. So again, it's these little things where, yes, you might be fast on track, and you might be killer, like world record pace as a driver. But if you do not know the little things like this, pit in, pit out, spacing in qualifying, how to interact with others during qualifying, that's the stuff that keeps you from being a fast driver and a racer. So we're trying to turn fast drivers into racers here. And as Tweed is hitting it on the head here, it just requires patience. Which is hard when you're a racer, but it requires patience. 20 seconds left in qualifying. I saw Mansuit fastest there. Yes, I did. Might be his first pole of the year here. NJ continuing to fly the flag for Porsche in second. They are not out of the woods yet. Red Baron trying to put in one more flyer here. Little kick of sand up there. Watch that delta on the left, top left of your screen. It's not looking good for Red Baron right now. Was up in the first sector, has lost time now in the second. Continues to now in the final. Ooh, now the time is coming back. It's almost going to be dead even here. I don't know if this will be enough to improve. Exited a little bit shallow here. That's why he won't get a gain. That might be ball game here. A couple of guys still on track. Massoulay trying to get into the top 10. I got to filter through everybody here. Janetix trying to get out of that last place spot. Almost a half-second improvement. There it is. So, quick look at your results here. Mansuit putting it on pole. McLaren front row lockout alongside Americo, Mr. Big Stuff, Matt J, Red Baron, Assassin Savage, Jimbo, BXB Fuxi, Master Mab J, and Noon Kelch rounding out your top 10. Gonna step away briefly here as we get set to go green flag racing. Stay with us. Yeah, let me see your guys' turn 1 predictions here. This is a pretty easy turn 1, but obviously stuff can happen, especially for beginners, but I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. I don't know about you guys. What do we think? Mid-pack spin is a good answer. I'm cool with mid-pack spin. Well, I'm not cool with mid-pack spin. As long as it's not like front of the field and it dominoes into everybody, I'm cool with it. But obviously none of that is going to be optimal. Getting set here for 40 minutes of racing from ZANDVOORT. And I see a open spot on the grid further back there behind Fuchsie. You guys can let me know, by the way, if this helicopter is like insanely loud in the background, and I can switch the camera again. I had to do some black magic to do it. But again, 40 minutes of green flag racing here, hopefully. One mandatory pit stop where fuel and tires is allowed. But by all means, this is a sprint race. So again, the reign of Porsche dominance having a brief intermission here, as second best will have to be what Mad J can do from fourth. Mr. Big Stuff still looking for his first win of the season. What can he do from second? He starts alongside that Porsche. Red Baron and Assassin Savage both looking incredibly strong all season. Will this be their week to get it done? Further back, you've still got some incredibly hungry people here this season. Are the two McLarens going to throw all of this noise behind them in the rearview mirrors and just battle it out here and have a papaya battle in the Orange Country? 40 minutes of green flag racing. Let's do it. Green flag at ZANDVOORT. A little bit of a nudge there between the Bentley and the Porsche up ahead. Good start, though, at the front here. Azu, a little bit of a nudge there from Savage. Red Baron losing position now. Fuchsie going to try and get through. Up ahead. Oh, my goodness. Red Baron gets into one of the cars. We'll come back up the track. Oh, my goodness. Gridlock further back. Into the hairpin. Only two cars somehow involved, but more further back as one of the other McLarens gets involved. Major, major checkup further back. Barnes, Fabled Oak, Jimbo, Slim Shady, and others. Oh, my goodness. Fabled Oak sails right off there through turn number 4. Xander gets into Slim Shady, but continues. Bond's trying to work through the chaos here. Genetics trying to get as many positions from the start as possible. Red Baron holds on to 5th. And major losses for one of the McLarens there. But it will be big stuff in second. Now big look to the inside from Red Baron. Gives the chrome horn to Assassin Savage. Oh my goodness, with no regard for human life, another McLaren down. The ruby horn from Red Baron gets himself into 4th. And that is someone off the Christmas card list for sure. Vuxi with a good start as well. He's trying to get to work on Master Mad J. Red Baron for sure suffering some front end damage as a result of that. Not good in a track where something like that is absolutely paramount. This is for 15th right now. Fabled Oak with the Vildo and Assassin Savage at the head of this whole queue. Further back, Xander Genetics. Savage looking for a way around Biscuit. Tries the outside going down the hill. Gets all the way to the bumper. That's the bottom left hand of your screen. Biscuit sails off the exact same spot. Fabled Oak does. Went flying and came back up the track. Some other people got involved. Oh my goodness. There's Biscuit. And that was an overzealous move to begin with going into that turn. That is not a place you can get that done. Stay in line, then pop out at the bottom of the hill, sure. But you cannot get that done there. Period. Here is Jimbo after the race start. Losing about 7-8 positions from the front row. Trying to chase down Noon Kelch. As Kelch is actually going to sail on into the pit lane. Captain Jane in chat with major respect there. Major respect. Liam, I know that's not the way your day wanted to end, but man, do we appreciate that. '15th, Xander holding off Chromogenic. The race cools down a little bit here. I'll give you guys a replay of the start. But yeah, man, that wasn't Monza bad per se, but it was gnarly. Mansuit 15 still at the front here. In chase, one of the McLarens, Americo, going off in the sand further back. There he is Matt J. And Red Baron go through. Let's stay on this battle, why don't we? Flat 6, Symphony of the 969. As Matt J had to use a bumper to get him to get around last time, are we going to see more of the same? Ooh, goes wide through the hairpin. This will give an opportunity for Baron to close that gap. Again, with all that weight on the drive wheels, it's able to just take off going down the hill. Down the hill, that's Americo way further back there in the McLaren. Up front, you can see on your screen here, Mansuit already having to deal with traffic. Ooh, Red Baron goes very wide there. Middle sector is absolutely where the Porsche is going to thrive. The ability for this car to rotate and stand on power is exactly what this car is made for. It is difficult to tame, but when locked in, it is phenomenal at its job. Matt J able to take off here, but nearly a second on Red Baron. Good defense so far from Matt J. A little bit further back, Morax, BXB, Fuchsie, and Bards. Again, Fuchsie with a really good start to this race that we haven't necessarily seen a lot of pace from. Same can be said about Bards, frankly. As Morax now under attack. Bards right on the rear wing. Ooh, big look to the inside. Maybe a little bit of contact there. As Morax goes wide, he comes back onto the middle of the track. Bards is going to be able to get both of them. Maybe, no, not enough, but will still take Morax in the process. Heads up driving there from 85, able to take one car there and catch Morax while he was sleeping. Some really, really good stuff there. So that'll promote Bards into 7th, Morax down into 8th now. Really, really good heads-up driving there from the Aston driver. As now Fuchsie goes a little bit wide here out of turn 12. Now Bards is going to try and keep that momentum going all the way to the front. Ooh, another wide corner out of 13. You can see the dust being kicked up by the BMW at the front of this 3-car queue. Ooh, big dive to the inside from Morax. Bards saw it. I think there was a little bit of contact there. Again, heads-up driving continues from Bards there, who I think saw Morax miss his marks. And actually kind of carried it late on the apex, kind of let him sail through and was just like, okay, well, you messed up, but we're going to do an over-under. Ahead here, Matt J, 2.5. Ooh, Assassin Savage around. As we take a look around the field briefly. Red Baron trying to put the gap on Mad J, has not been able to do so. Got a couple guys doing the turbo undercut right now in the form of Americo and Assassin Savage. Guys who haven't pitted have not necessarily sailed right through them. They are running right at pace with them still, despite being a lap down. Oh, there's our first speeding penalty of the day. Ooh, maybe a little bit of contact there between Coconut and Jimbo. Jimbo sails around on the inside as he tries to hunt down Slim and Morax for 9th. Meanwhile, Mr. Big Stuff, with lap traffic no longer being an issue, trying to put his head down, close that gap on Mansu. Both of these guys on an island of their own. 4.5 seconds up from Matt J and Red Baron. So first and second, and third and fourth going at it right now. Assassin Savage trying to clear Bards and get that lap back. Looks to the outside of the Aston. Can't get it there. This might open up the door for the over-under, though, through turn number 9. Costing both of these drivers precious, precious time, especially with Bart's trying to get to Fuchsie. Savage off to a rough start for the day. He's involved in the incident early on. Was spun at least twice. We're back here is the mosh pit between Slim and Morax. As Master Mad Jake continues on in absolute no man's land. Red Baron chopping that gap down to half a second again to Matt J. As we are going to see if he can get this done. And this is where the BMW and where Baron have historically struggled so far today. Again, he's had now 10 minutes to study the line of Matt J and how he's navigating this middle sector. You can see with how much little time lost, almost time gained there for Matt J. Aaron is absolutely learning from him. Big corner here. This is going to be a big overtake opportunity if both of these can set it up. Matt J not making it any easier for himself with a little bit of a wiggle there through turn number 12. But still kind of out of attack range. Maybe no. The lunge won't do it, but he'll be right on his bumper here into turn number 1 for lap 8. Matt J feeling the pressure right now. Goes a little bit wide here with Red Baron. This is not a place you can make an overtake. As we saw earlier with Biscuit trying it with Assassin Savage. Now is where you got a shot. But again, we know the Porsche's fast here. But look at how much that Porsche is wiggling on corner exit. How early Matt J's able to get on the right foot is telling me how much he is on the absolute limit of grip in that 911. Ooh, very, very wide there. Late on the brakes there for Matt J. Baron does the exact same, though, and it'll be status quo on distance. Five minutes to halfway, so now pit stops are going to start to become a factor as well. Say this, by the way, oh my god, the minute, we're not going to say it because Savage just went in the wall. I was going to say, we've got some freight trains in the middle of the pack here and everyone's kind of been managing it. Like, I haven't seen yellow flag being thrown out all that much. But never mind. Fuchsie and Mad J on an absolute island of their own right now. Baron continuing to go for Mad J. As the Liam fan club is in full swing in chat right now. still plenty of time. I think if I'm Red Baron, I don't even need to go for an overtake right now. I'm not going to risk too much for an overtake. I've got him exactly where I want him. I'll just leave it to the pits. I just got to make sure I'm not coming in on the same cycle as him. It's going to be really interesting to see where Americo and everybody else cycles in as a result. You can absolutely make tires and fuel last for 40 minutes here. Ooh, this might be the move right here. Matt J goes late on the brakes. Red Baron lunges to the inside, but Matt J gets early on the throttle there and is able to hold that outside line and fend off. Mistake recovery there. Major mistake recovery. A little bit of a hiccup there and a major heart in your throat moment for Matt J, but is able to hold on to that bottom spot of the podium. Three-car freight train from Bards, Morax, and Jimbo starting to kind of accordion together again now. Bards still at the front of this field, not able to get the Fuchsie or Matt J. This is that patience Tweed was talking about earlier. Even if guys know they have the Delta, have the pace in their cars, this is not the time for action and making yourself look like an idiot. No point in risking it for doing it on track when you can do it on the pit cycle. Second drive-through of the day. This time it's for DeVildo. Same reason. Chat, practice your pit entries. I'm not joking. Good run here for Red Baron. Looks to the inside. Keeps it on the binders. Might sneak it in. No, not enough. Lap traffic is going to become a factor here for all four of these cars. So it might be time to take it into pit lane here as we get nearly to the halfway point, exactly 90 seconds out. Do not be surprised if some of our front runners come into the pits this time by. DeVildo with the drive-through right in front. Considering he just went in the pits, that's pretty much telling me you're losing almost a full lap here for pit service, with full service and everything, not just for a drive-through. So it's about 90 seconds from pit into pit out exactly. To see how they navigate this. Fuchsie's still in a good spot here. In fifth, he was promoted after Mad Jake came and served his spot. Fuchsie, I reckon, is going to come in this time by. So we shall have to see. Stays out for another one. Ajay's still in the pits, interestingly enough. Now he comes out. And there's his penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Very curious as to why that's happening. Battle for the lead heating up right now. Ansu holding off Mr. Big Stuff. Big Stuff with a very shallow exit there, trying to get clear of the McLaren here. All British battle at the front of the field, into the chicane. Confidence on the brakes. Ooh, nearly contact there as Mansut goes wide, coming onto turn number 12. Surely we're going to have a taker this time by. now Mansuit will come in. That will give the lead to Mr. Big Stuff and beg the question, what can he do in clean air for the first time today? Red Baron now up in 5th. Ooh, something definitely happened here because he hasn't pitted yet. Oopsie's in front of him. There was an incident there that we surely must have missed. As he now takes his BMW to pits. Interesting. So for sure, an incident there that I think we missed. Well, Big Stuff and Mad J first and second. But J again, 7, almost 8 seconds back down the road. It's going to be interesting to see how everything kind of reshuffles here. Jimbo clearing Morax, by the way, in this 3-car freight train. Of them out right now because Bard did go into the pits. So these 2 cars, as well as Slim, further back in the road, needing to serve their pit stops. Stop and go issued for the 969. Mad J back out battling with Mr. Biscuit. Big Stuff deciding to go another lap here. This is risky considering all of the lap traffic around him. We shall see if this pays off. Big freight train right now out of turn 12. Mansuit out in 7. Fuxi actually, who was incredibly far ahead of all of them, now coming into pits. Here's the merge. Mansuit now in front of Matt J again. As both Morax and Jimbo come in as well. Big Stuff still yet to pit. Said there was lap traffic, but he's been able to kind of handle it like a champ right now. And now Big Stuff will come in. So here's the moment of truth as the Bentley finally comes in with 15 minutes on the clock. Here's Matt J. Mansuit way further up the road here. Slim Shady battling with Americo. There's the payoff for Americo, by the way, who was a lap down way back in 17th, but now that goes back his way. Slim Shady getting the opportunity there to get through Mr. Biscuit. Fuxi behind them. Bard's in 10th, a little bit further back on the road. But again, ultimate undercut. Ooh, Biscuit sliding off again. That might be curtains for his day. But great strategy call here from Americo. Mansuit sails on by in the 315 and just a little bit too long there of a strategy call for Big Stuff. Mansuit will go back into the lead, almost 8 seconds up. Slim Shady trying to hold off Fuxi right now. Ooh, risky line there from Fuxi, getting a little bit in the grass on the brakes. That's a recipe for disaster. On the wing of the Ferrari of Slim. And Fuchsie got right in the marbles there and sailed right off, and that will put that battle on hold. So what happened to Red Baron? We're back in 12th now, behind bars. Kelch, another guy on the turbo undercut. That got him all the way up into 5th. How about this? Vaughn's up in 13th right now. He's holding off Fabled Oak and Genedix. Bad for round 1. Genedix trying to pounce on Oak here into the hairpin. Great exit, gets right on the bumper. We've learned like 9 different times that you cannot overtake here, so I really don't want to see this happening from Genedix. Looks to the outside though. He says, I'm gonna do it anyway. Might hang it around the outside, but thinks it's smart. Backs out. Oh my gosh, a little bit of a lunge there from Genedix. Looking real racy here in the McLaren. Woo! Matt J with absolutely zero pressure from behind now. 34 seconds back. There's something major clearly must have happened there. Red Baron that we missed. Oh, here's another bit of a lunge there from Fuchsie. Maybe a little bit of contact there to push Slim wide. It's hard to tell with their connection. Looks like Slim actually almost lifted a little bit to give Fuchsie that position, but now Fuchsie goes in the grass. Will give an opportunity for them to swing back. Now Barnes has joined the conversation. Red Baron further behind, not out of this conversation either. This shakes up to be almost a 4-car freight train. We're back. Coconut weaving for some reason. Or excuse me, no, this is Xander and Coconut. I don't know why there's left. Vaughn's continuing to hold off Fabled Oak. Bard's having such a good move forward race. Trying to get through. Not only past Slim Slady here, but hold off Bucksy. Hold off Red Baron, excuse me. As we now have 10 minutes to go. Mansuit and Big Stuff 5 seconds apart. Some food for thought. Mansuit is on, say, 2-lap older, 3-lap older tires. So that will absolutely help him towards the tail end of this. The Mansuit already able to take off. Same too with Buxy, who's leaving this freight train behind here. Vaughn's doing a good job. He's just letting Fabled Oak and Genedix do their own fighting right now and just gets out the popcorn. As these two kind of different freight trains start to stagnate here, here's the Vildo. As Bards goes wheel to wheel here with Slim Shady. Ooh, a little bit of contact between both of them. Slim with an opportunity with a switchback, but can't get it done. Gets back in line, and now DeVildo with a shot to overtake. Somehow Are you kidding me? Red Baron's gotten by all of them. What? Okay. So we missed that. Oh my God, DeVildo trying to get his elbows out here to clear Slim on the back straight. This will go down to the binder. Slim isn't going to give this up without a fight. Wow, look at the confidence there from DeVildo and that McLaren on the brakes. And some great moves that we unfortunately missed from Red Baron to get himself back into the top 10. I say that, he just cleared bars. I don't think there was all of this insane magic going on alongside Slim and DeVildo. He already cleared them when we joined in on that battle. Battle for fourth battling going on as well here between the two McLarens. With Noon, Kelch, and Jimbo. One car round. Doesn't seem to be Matt J. Big Stuff is actually turning up the wick here. That was a 6-second gap here last time we checked. That's down to 3.5 seconds now. Good strap from Mansu, but definitely not out of the woods yet. As now Red Baron absolutely turning up the wick. He's going to probably try and get to Fuxi here. Place rocks, by the way. Not just the track, but the town. ZANDVOORT, North Holland, Netherlands. Yes, there is a region of the Netherlands called Holland. The less you think about it, the more it makes sense. But big party town. Map is almost exactly a square, by the way. But I mean it when I say if I pan this camera, if I found a way to pan this camera not even half a mile east, we would be looking at open seas. This is right on the ocean, even more than Laguna Seca. But big party town. Really home of a lot of famous people as well. Jacobs, Roy Cholin. Also the home of Amber. Town that has hosted, regardless of the future for Formula One, has always hosted some great racing, as we are seeing on track right now. AJ trying to get that lap back from Noon Kelch. Look at this gap in the lead, though. The lap traffic has found Mansuit, and that's hemorrhaged his progress big time. Big Stuff within 2 seconds with 5 minutes on the clock. Noon Kelch in the McLaren. That's Morax right behind him in the Ferrari. The France-colored Ferrari. And Americo, again, major ups to him for making both of these McLarens, Noon Kelch and Americo, for making the turbo undercut work. The cursed 40-minute single stint. Working big time for them. Master Mad J really wants this lap back. He's putting the pressure on Morax behind. That's letting Noon Kelch take off. Kind of kill this battle for fifth. Morax to the middle to defend from lap traffic, Mad J. Now a good run from Noonkelch. This could be an overtake into turn number 1. What are we going to see? Holds the inside. Not too much of a turn in there. Jimbo acknowledges the position and will let both cars sail by. Morax up into 5th. Respectful driving. Good noodle start. Absolutely to Noonkelch. Oh my God, gentlemen. Battle for the lead is alive and well. I look away for 2 seconds. The Boatley right on the bumper of the McLaren of Mr. Mansuit with 3 minutes to go. We saw an absolute barnstormer of a finish in PC, and it looks like we are on target for the exact same right here in console. 3 minutes to go at ZANDVOORT. Big stuff looking to the outside, in the Bentley will go the long way around. He's got that powertrain to get it done on the straights, but Mansuit with the courage and the grip to get it done. Big stuff trying the over-under but can't get it done. Mansuit takes off. Are you not entertained, chat? Lap traffic and genetics for the behind. Matt J trying to close this and make this a full-on podium battle. And what a crawl back to the front, nearly a 6-second gap. You tell Mr. Big Stuff to jump, he'll tell you how high. Big lunge to the inside here, but will go wide. Confidence on the brakes from Big Stuff. Looking for the right piece of real estate to do it. Good defense here. As Mansuit goes to the middle of the track. Big Stuff right on the throttle right again. Mansuit and the McLaren has the acceleration, but on the top end, it will absolutely go to the Bentley. With the aerodynamic profile of a brick, he needs all of the drafting he can, as this will be the final lap. So one more chance for Big Stuff to take this lead on track. Not conditions that Mansuit has had to deal with for a while. Not until both of these guys just had to pit. Big Stuff a little bit shallow there. Tried to get under, but couldn't make it done. Down the hill for the final time. This will make or break the opportunities, and Big Stuff in lockstep. Big Stuff with a move. Good run, looks to the outside again. This could set up an over-under. Turn 10. Little bit of a wiggle there on exit. Last call here. Little bit of a look into the hairpin, or into the chicane, excuse me. Mansuit didn't think about it. It might be battle done here for Mansuit. Out of turn 13 for the final time. Everything executed perfectly as they come to the line. Big Stuff might have a run here. This is going to be close, side by side for the line. Who's got more ponies? Right at the line. Mansuit gets it. A heart-dropping, show-stopping finish. Here at ZANDVOORT goes right to Mansuit 15 to break the drought. Oh my goodness, further back, Noonkelch and Mariko going at it, the undercut gang. They're both trying to get by Morax. Morax goes wide into the chicane. Goes to the middle of the track. They'll try to sail on through. Oh my goodness, no! Morax right into the wall. Noonkelch versus Americo to the line. It'll be Mansuit in third. Who gets fourth and fifth? Americo with a good exit. And another one. goes to the outside. 2 photo finishes as Noon Couch holds off Americo. Anyone else? DeVildo and Red Baron? Excuse me, no, DeVildo and Barnes. Another one. DeVildo to the inside. Yeah, baby. Who else? Come on. Oh, that might be it. Oh, boys, if you thought a photo finish was good, how about 3? This is the IFWL. Oh, my goodness. Are we seriously only doing this one more week? Oh. That was too much fun. Oh my goodness. And in an unforgettable trio of finishes, it's Mansuit over Mr. Big Stuff, just 0.08 of a second separating your top 2. As we continue to go on, I mean, just no matter where you look, beautiful racing absolutely everywhere. Obviously, it was messy at the beginning, but we managed to get some great comeback drives, some great recovery drives. Americo, New Kelch, Bards. A great debut drive here for Fonz, who got a top 15. Just so much good stuff in this battle. These battles will continue on as we head on to Watkins Glen next week. Same time, same place. Coverage starts 2 hours before me with Adam Ty on the PCN. But until then, for everyone here on IFWL, I'm Jackson Lambros saying so long and have a great week from ZANDVOORT.